Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of... Wait. Sound working? Yeah, it is. That's weird, I've got multiple different sound things. Alright, cool. That was really concerning there for a moment. Okay, it is working. Because, yeah, my audio mixer just suddenly went away, and I was like, but it's working now. Alright, good. So, we are playing some more Crusader Kings, where we are playing... Alright, start again. Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Crusader Kings II, where we are playing a preview of Holy Fury. In the previous streams, we've now done 2 yesterday, plus a little bit of pre-recorded, so that I had something up for when the embargo lifted. We've started out as the Count of Gelre here. We were a Norse nobleman, but the province itself started out as Catholic, and right at the very end of the stream yesterday, we finally managed to convert this one province to Germanic, so huzzah. We still need to convert the rest, like basically everything else is still Catholic, although Osnabrück and Paderborn do start Germanic, so those don't need to be converted. We are in the process of securing all of the holy sites that we can reform the religion. We have taken over Zeeland, we've taken over Paderborn. Those were 2 of the 3 required. And then we also had a little bit of an adventure up here in Sweden and Norway and managed to secure Nidaros for ourselves. So we do have the 3 sites required to reform. We just need to get that 750 piety. We're currently sitting at 160, so we're low. But we are currently focused on theology, so we get a bonus to learning from that. That bonus to learning translates into a piety modifier. We're zealous. We managed to get the zealous thing as well, which is also more piety. And we also have good friends with the temples. And if we go to this, we can see that all of the temples that can are giving us piety, though honestly the amount we're getting from them is not huge. So the main source of piety that we have is burning down Catholic churches, which we have been doing with much gusto in England and Ireland. Usually I would be trying to target Cologne, Trier, Mainz, because these are all bishoprics, but they have switched to the good guys. They're all... Actually, Mainz isn't. But the others are all owned by Germanics now, so we'll go and burn Mainz. We'll definitely go and burn Mainz, and then we'll go back to England, Ireland, probably a bit of France, and burn all of that stuff. Conversion chance should increase once you reform, unless I... No, it definitely increases. You have a massive conversion penalty when you are just standard, you haven't reformed yet. We are playing as Duchess Mordgana of Holland. She is a Craven Viking, however, she is actually a Viking because she has been on several raids, unlike her father, trying to prove a little bit of backbone, rather than her father, Duke Mordred the Careless, who had 0 backbone. He murdered a lot of people, mostly those who tried to stand against him, but none of them were face to face. Well, Mordgana at least goes on the raids and then kind of sits at the back whimpering. But she's there. She at least turns up. Did the Shield Maiden get any Viking stat, by the way? Because I assume that they would. Although she's not burning the stuff in the name of herself. Oh, she's possessed now as well. You're getting a little bit dangerous there, Grumbuskin. Despite the fact that you're my heir. Yeah. Oh, the bribes run out. That would be why. There we go. Bribed. Now she really likes us again. And I think, yeah, she's the regent. So we definitely want to keep her sweet, because if she goes after us, then she stands to gain an awful lot from the unfortunate fall of Mordgana and Mordred III. If you're not careful, you might end up with Craven as a family trait. Yeah, unfortunately, it does kind of seem to be going that way. Mordred hasn't got it yet, but he hasn't started getting educated, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we need to raise our levies once more, prepare ourselves for a little bit more raiding. I did think of something which might give me more piety. What on earth was it? No, it's gone. Chancellors improve relations, good stuff. In fact, the ship's in the wrong place now. There are many mysteries in the Germanic faith. It might be interesting to listen to more of the ancient stories told by the Godai. I shall summon the storytellers. Oh no, I have no time for this. No, absolutely, summon the storytellers. I will take that piety, and it will be glorious. Right, so we're going to have the two armies as we did last time. We'll try and raid in unison. Grumbuskin is going to lead the smaller of the two. Mortgana is going to be in the other one. So, Grumbuskin, Gosvin, and Grumbuskin in that one. Then Frody is going to lead it. And Lidbold is going to be the other leader. And thankfully our martial strength is actually getting a little bit better now. Can't you get rid of the Craven trait if you go to the military focus? You can then get rid of it through an event or through hunting. I think one of those... Yeah, I think you can. I don't want to focus that too much because I can't really believe a Craven character trying to get rid of the Cravenness. I mean, they might. And I'm definitely playing Mortgana as rather more forthright than her father was. Her father really was Craven. But it's not something I want to focus too heavily. We'll just see where things take us. Alright, so where should we go? All of this coastline actually seems to have recovered from the last round of looting, and there's actually an awful lot of money here. So let's start off burning... Oh! Canterbury and Rochester are Norse. They are. How on earth did that happen? You're not Norse, are you? Oh! Oh! It's owned by Oldenburg. Okay, so we can't go for Kent. That's fine. We'll just go for the rest. So, one of these armies is going to go for Middlesex. Thankfully, they've only got 96 men there. That's not actually that many. And then the other one is going to go for Essex, where there's 700. Right, that's why I didn't go for those last time, because they have really big garrisons. So we'll just start looting those two. Arranged matrilineal marriage from Holla. You're trying to marry my brother-in-law to the Queen of Denmark. I don't really see why not. Sure. Gets me a link to Denmark, which is good. Could we even establish like an alliance with that? Does a in-law count as a close relative? I'm not sure it does. My liege, I believe one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspiration or factions if the proper leverage is obtained. So the Chief of Paderborn. So at the moment we do have a couple of factions. This one's actually grown a bit stronger. Who is this? This is for Arngir. So yeah, I think I'm going to tell you to back the hell off. Blackmail him. If he says no, then we will deal with him in ways. Sigbert. Sigbert's actually not a terrible diplomat. And he's a powerful vassal, so I'd kind of like to keep him quiet. Do we have anyone that would be a better one? Yeah, Ale here. I'm not trying to fabricate any claims or anything. You know what? Chancellor is a bit of a dud position currently. So we'll just have you sitting in Gelre improving relations for us, and I will bribe you to stay positive. And I'll give you an honorary title as well. You can be the cupbearer. You can be the guy who dies if someone tries to poison me. I like it. Okay, so Sussex has too many guards for me to successfully conquer it. Which does mean that I would need to move the army away. Essex really would put up a fight. Although those are light infantry and archers, that's not actually the best garrison I've ever seen. Suffolk would be rather easier. But if I walk, then I don't have the movement penalties. Though I curse your name, I will comply with your unfair demand. Just keep the sensitive information to yourself. Apparently I did have something on him. In the past few months, you have spent many nights listening to the old myths and stories of the Germanic faith, the tales told of Frey. They're most inspiring and contain much wisdom that can help you in daily life. Gain more piety, gain learning. Oh, gain 2 learning. One of which is permanent. Sweet. We're up to 200. 550 to go. How shattered did I make the world? As shattered as it could possibly go. Everyone started as a count. Vikings always think Britain is free real estate. Because it is. Obviously. Just sorting out the tea supplies. Gotta have tea if you're going to invade Britain. You gotta do something to placate the locals once you've conquered them. You know how it is. Okay, tea supplies have been poured. Tea cozy is back on teapot, so it stays hot. Let's do this. Right, battle. Oh, the centre actually collapsed. This guy almost beat us. Flipping hell. Well, they've backed off. So all is well with the world. What I will do, however, is move your army there and then move Middelburg other way around. So Middelburg is going to stay there and then Zwolle is going to go over on the other side. So that you have the bigger force in the centre. You are the better commander after all. Meanwhile, the castle of Westminster is about to fall. There it goes. 1.7 piety from that. Oh, I remember what it was. Yeah. I am super close to getting Siege Equipment 1, which will increase siege speed by 12%. And seeing as I am actually sieging these places down to loot them, paying 10 military sounds like a great investment. Perfect. Won't the militaristic tribes peoples have a pretty significant advantage if everyone is only ruling minor baronies? Counties, but yes. Early on, the Vikings are definitely pretty strong, especially because of their county conquest CBs. Although other people are keeping up. Like in my test game, the Vikings kind of went crazy. In this one, they've gone not nearly as crazy. And there definitely are some rising powers around the world, which would certainly cause them issues. That Pharaoh seems to have risen from nowhere. Lausitz over there. Though Lausitz, I think, is actually Norse. No, they're Slavic. Huh. Interesting. I honestly thought they were Norse. Siege of London, 3.7 piety for that one. So actually looting the cities is a lot better than looting monasteries. Kind of an interesting dichotomy. St. Paul's, that was only a 2. But yeah, these sieges definitely seem to be going rather quicker now. 2 from Colchester. But that was only a 4. We've got the last castle here, Tottenham. A little bit more loot coming in. We've already taken... how much? 170. Dear Duchess Mordganner of Holland, during your husband's recent visit to Koshma, we had a great time discussing the similarities between our peoples. Where? How do you keep visiting these completely random places? I mean, sure. What would I have you doing? You're a commander. You're leading troops in Aalborg. Why are you in Aalborg? Who are you a commander for? Oh! You're married to me, but you're still beholden to Denmark. Okay. That's a matrilineal marriage. He should have joined my court, surely. good. Siege of Malden is done. That was here. There is a man I need to arrest and another I want to assassinate. My spy master Elhead could help with the arrest or the assassination, but not with both. Oh, definitely the assassinations. He is a ruler in his own right. Is he? Yeah, he is. Chieftain of Dal. Fair enough. So that would be an alliance with you. We have non-aggression already. Sure. We'll form an alliance. Should look at raiding and burning Italy. Lots of money. You would get it all since you're burning everything down without a centralized kingdom there. Nobody to hold you off. That is definitely one aspect that's making the raiding easier. Although people are starting to raise retinues, which are definitely putting a dampener on my efforts. Essex is still falling, and so is that. I believe one of the vassals can be discouraged from joining factions. Styrbjorn of Jomtland. I will ask him politely. Thank you for reminding me of my duties and obligations as your vassal. You are right, of course. For the foreseeable future, you may have my promise not to support factions conspiring against you. Darn right. Is Charlemagne at this period still alive? Yeah, and he's actually expanded his territories. No. No, he's not. He died. His son's here now. The boar has died, 64 years old. But the son still has the bloodline. What about Bulgaria? Bulgaria also died. Sveta the Wolf is no more. So we'll see if these realms actually hold together or not. Oh, and the other one that we noticed is there's now a 5th Great Conqueror dynasty. The 6th one being the Saint. How did I find that again? Ledger. It's near the end. Oh, there it is. Bloodlines. We have got Ake the Worm. Where are you? You must be landed over here somewhere. But he now has an army of 7,000 still rampaging around with him, and he hasn't settled anywhere. He's still leader of a host. So we might be seeing a Viking kingdom appearing in Normandy. Can I raid Italy next? The problem with raiding Italy is it's a really long way away, and it tends to fill the ships up super fast. So going after England is just easier because it's so close and I can just send the ships home. Because looting provinces as I am right now, where I'm burning everything, means you earn a heck of a lot more money. Alright, 500 garrison. I think we can take that if we just walk. Waltham. Alright, so that's all of yours done. Sussex had too big a garrison. And it actually really does. So I think at that point we're going to sail up to Norfolk. You can assist in the fight for Suffolk and we'll go and raid Norfolk. Norfolk's got... Ooh, Mercia is formed. Wait, really? Mercia? Oh, you're attacking it. Okay, that's fine, you won't be hostile. Demolished. Commander lost. During the Battle of Suffolk, the enemy cornered my commander, Frody, who probably would have made it out the fight had he not been overwhelmed by his enemies. The scout frowns. I'm sorry to bring you this news, my lady. Another one bites the dust. I really need some new commanders, I think. Well, we have one commander slot. Mayor of Dordrecht, he actually is positive relations, so he'd be a pretty good choice. Will do. Now, question is, can I add you to the army? Bithoff. Yes, I can. Oh, and they left. Oh, that's nice. Militia training ground in Zwolle is finished. Loads of buildings are done. So that's going to be quite a dramatic increase to my force limit. It really is. I can have a pretty big army. Yeah, there are still some areas where you can make some serious cash. Like in vanilla, Portugal's a really good choice, though Portugal looks like it's been raided by somebody already. Or it's just at war, but look at that. Poor fortifications, lots of money. Same there, same there, same there. And then Italy is a good choice. Although Italy is actually really fortified. That's why I have not gone after Italy, because their fortifications are really strong. Ooh, except for that. There's only 26 ducats though. And Rome has only got the one church. Like, I was very tempted to go and burn Rome, but there wasn't actually that much reason to do so. And then also, obviously, Constantinople area. Pretty strong. Still only the one temple though. These are all cities and 2 castles. Like, the churches in this era don't seem to be nearly as strong as other games I've seen. Thetford's done. No prestige. Hang on. Why am I getting no prestige for this? Oh, because I didn't actually take it. And that's a really big garrison, so I think we're going to go around you to Hull. Because, yeah, otherwise I'm just helping Mercia siege. No reason to do that, really. Blue button on the levies page. That is to set up rally points. So you can choose to have all of your troops appearing in, or going to one central province so that you can then send them out from there. What do my places look like? They're pretty well developed at this point. There's more that we can do. Oh, could even put a militia training ground in Nijmegen. Yes, I want to do that. Vlaanderen. Get the barracks. Let's get that. Aselstein. Could upgrade their walls. Altmar. Also walls. And at that point I'm going to stop. Like, I want to keep some money in the bank just in case something bad happens and I need mercenaries quickly. Otherwise, keep the money flowing. If you could just besiege those walls, Constantinople would have so much loot. What's their garrison? Oh, flipping hell, the garrison's huge. That's 2,000... like 2,200 troops just to destroy the walls. A bit too much. Ipswich, there we go, that's better. My lady, it seems that Jarl Sainthood of Holland has finally decided to come out of hiding, no longer fearful for his life. Don't tell me you're craven too. No, you're not. Hey, Kelsolar. As your men return from looting the holding, one of them hands you an axe with a strange purple sheen and a plus etched into the handle, followed by the number 2. After weighing it carefully in your hands, you toss aside your old grey axe in favour of the new weapon. I feel stronger! I've got a +2 axe! Huzzah! So if I take a look at the treasury, I can now see that I have a purple +2 axe. And I'm currently wielding it, so my martial has just gone up by 2 and my personal skill by 5. So I've just become a better general. Marvellous. Also, that's full. So where does not have the prospering... In fact, none of these do. Burial sites of St. Lindbad. Oh, that's the saint. The bloodline. Revolt risk goes down, tax income. But I'm not Catholic. Well, the province is. Right, well, I think you can go back to Gelre. And back here again. Though that fort's about to fall. Loot returned. Influx makes Gelre better. There it is. Yeah, unfortunately I didn't actually get any of the money from Ely. The army spent it. What's the axe's description? This mysterious axe has a purple sheen, and with the strange symbols plus and 2 engraved in the handle. It seems to be of quite epic workmanship compared to regular weaponry. I do like the humour the writers of these The content... what's it called? The content designers have input in this game. It's good. Hold a great blot. Do I have any prisoners? I do. Or I can ransom one, though. That's a decent amount of money. We will ransom you back. Then we've got Ethelbert, who is a Catholic, so could definitely be destined for the murder. Meanwhile, any other buildings I can get? I could get a keep. Let's get a keep. West Friesland. Keep. Yeah, we're really developing the living daylights out of our holdings at the moment. We do bring a lot of money home because we are looting a lot. Also, I would not be surprised if Mordred van Gelre gets the next level, Ravager or Marauder or whatever it is, fairly soon, because we are burning a lot of places down. Right, you're all done. Let's go burn York. Gives me great pleasure to go and burn York down to the ground. Also, their army's just leaving. That's terrible timing for you, York. Haha! My liege, my mission to Gelre has so far been a success. Good. Making the people like me more. I love the fact it's a Viking woman wielding such a flamboyant axe. Yeah, she's been surprisingly effective considering she's Craven. But then she needs to be because I really need that piety. As you are out hunting one afternoon, a bearded elder approaches donning a simple traveller's cloak and a wide-brimmed hat that conceals his other eye. He greets you with a courtesy, requests a horn of mead, and then informs you that just yonder, a well lies forgotten filled with gold. He wanders off, chuckling as he goes, leaving you struck with the familiarity of his presence. That's totally Odin. You inform your men that the wanderer was none other than Odin. I am already zealous, but I will gain some more gold and prestige. Ignore the men's insistence, the stranger was the Allfather. Scold your men for believing in the gods. Loses the trait zealous. He's also a bit of a trickster, so telling me that there's a thing filled with gold. But then, I'm gaining gold from this, so he might actually be telling the truth. Mordred, you don't want cav, we're just not building stables. I'm a Viking. What use do I have of these silly beasts? Also, light cavalry tends to be kind of rubbish. Although it's good for hunting people down, I guess. The Siege of York, victory. 2 more piety for that. Oh, you're not actually sieging anything. Garrison here is too large. That's 900 men. These are going to be notably smaller, so let's switch these 2 around. There we are. Militia training ground Nijmegen is done. So let's upgrade the keep here. Bloody hell, the wealth of Gelre at the moment is 91. That's got to be one of the most profitable places in the world. It's got to be. What if it's Loki? Could well have been. But in that instance, it seems to have actually been Odin. Barracks in Vardingen. Let's go and build something else there. Yeah, let's just keep getting the keeps. Keep on with the keeps. Also, these ships are almost full again. Can I raise more ships? No. Get 2 more. Right, the Great Blot. I was really hoping to get more prisoners, but we've been kind of lackluster in that. Which is really strange, considering I'm burning all the things. After years of careful planning, Magni Flod from the court of Steerborn of Angermeland has raised a large army of exiles, mercenaries and hopefuls, declaring his intention to press his claim by force. Magni of Magni's host. 1,800 men. What do you have a claim on? Haugaland, which is that one. Best of luck to you. 1,800 is a decent number in this era.